A very good evening, traders. Welcome to a next episode of Post Market Report. First of all, I would like to thank my viewers who gave a massive response on my previous video. This has given me a motivation to bring better videos every day. With this motivation, I will try to bring better content, better editing, better video quality, and better sound in each of my succeeding videos. Now, let's move on to the market analysis. Seeing today's price action, bulls must be very happy. Finally, after a long streak, Nifty has closed above 25,000. With this strong closing, bulls must be very much happy. So now let's move on to the screen and see how the price action was. Nifty gave a closing above this zone. So we had taken a demo long position with our stop loss here and our target at 25,040 levels. So even I was not expecting this kind of bullish move today. And with this bullish move, we can see that our expected target has been reached today itself. And this is Adani Enterprises. We had went long in Adani, and today there is not much progress. Neither our stop loss was hit, nor our expected target was reached. Adani Enterprises on 1 hour time frame, it opened with a bearish candle and all day traded within that range, almost below below the half of the initial red candle. Adani Ports we had went short, and I have seen that Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports almost move similar. The similar price action is also seen in Adani Ports. Since we had went short, so we are in a slight profit. However, our target is way below. There is a long way to go before our target is reached in Adani Ports. In Apollo Hospital, we had went short. Seeing the price action, we thought it will move down. I had also mentioned that this is a M pattern, and clearly in yesterday's video, I had mentioned that we are entering quite early. Ideal entry should be, our ideal entry should be somewhere in this level, the one that I'm marking. Though our stop loss is hit in Apollo Hospital, I had clearly mentioned that if necessary, I will move my stop loss somewhere above, somewhere within this level. So if we increase our stop loss, since price is going against us, we will move stop loss a bit above. So I'm thinking of putting my stop loss here. So with this, let me zoom out, and we can see that there has been a excessive selling pressure in this candle. You can see this a very long tail on the upside. So our assumed stop loss, I have placed my assumed stop loss above the high of this candle. In Asian paints, we had went long. However, today there was not any dramatic move in Asian paints. It is way above our entry point also. Our entry was somewhere above, somewhere at 2370 levels. But today's price action was all way below it. Though I was not willing to take short position, I had taken it with a chance, and that and seeing today's price action, I can feel that my assumption was wrong. I should have went along with stop loss here, exactly to be opposite. However, since we had entered the trade, this stop loss is hit. For those who are new to this channel, hi, I am Aryan, a noob trader. I have been trading in the Indian markets for the past 4 years. My trades are based solely on technical analysis, which includes price action, chart patterns, support, resistance, and trend lines. Before I proceed further, let me give you guys a standard disclaimer. I am not a SEBI registered analyst. The equities shown in this video are solely for educational purposes. I do not provide any buy or sell levels. Neither do I recommend anyone to trade on my analysis. I have a right to be wrong, and I love being wrong. Please consult your financial advisor before taking any positions. Wishing you a happy trading. Now coming to analysis of Nifty 50, we can see today's price action was very much bullish. It started here somewhere flat, though initially it came down, but there was a, let me hide it. How do we hide it? Okay, so we have hidden it. So initial candle, though it went down, we can see there was a buying pressure at the bottom. This is evident from the big lower tail on this candle. After that, it gradually went higher and higher. At one time, it was near 25,100 levels, where it found slight supply, or we can say profit booking. Those who might have went long in the morning, they were booking profits towards the afternoon when Nifty went high. And today it gave a strong closing above 25,000 levels. So with this, we can assume that Now Nifty is long. Let's now move to sectoral indices. What were the sectors that contributed today's rally? For that, I have opened my sectoral indices chart. I have zoomed in a bit to see the candles clearly, marking it. This is today's Nifty price action on 15 minutes time frame. On 15 minutes time frame, we can see that it was going all the way up following this trend line. We can also draw a parallel channel somewhat like this, and Nifty traded in that parallel channel. Bank Nifty was also bullish, but we can see that it was slightly less bullish than Nifty. In the afternoon session, Bank Nifty saw greater selling pressure as compared to major index Nifty 50. Auto index was also bullish. It was much more bullish as compared to Bank Nifty and Nifty, as evident in the size of candles. Since it had faced selling pressure earlier, so this up move was natural. The price action of auto index was inside parallel channel that we have drawn here. FMCG FMCG was not as bullish as Nifty 50. Initially, it opened with a bearish candle, then there was a sharp buying. Eventually, on the third 15-minute candle, all that gains in the second candle was wiped off, and for most of the time, it traded in the lower part. Only in the afternoon there was a rally, and price closed to the upper part of initial candle. In short, it was range bound within the first candle. IT index was very much bullish. Some of the equities of IT sector I saw, such as TCS, it was almost 2% up. After a long streak of downfall, now IT index is slightly recovering. Why is this recovery? I guess uh, it is due to the earning season. In a few days, major IT equities will declare its earnings, and people don't want to carry their positions during the earning period. If earnings are quite good, then there will be a sharp recovery, and so people are booking the profits that they have now. Pharma index is similar to FMCG. The initial candle was a big red one. All the day, pharma index was range bound within this red candle. Only in the afternoon session or in the towards the ending, we see there is a movement to the upside. However, the candles are forming with upper tails. That means it saw buying pressure, it saw selling pressure at the top levels. To conclude, today's performing sectors were auto index and IT sector. Bank was quite moderate, and the remaining indices, that is FMCG and pharma, they went up just because of good sentiment of the major indices. So that was all for sectoral indices. Now let's analyze some of the top gainers. For that, I will move back to my chart and sorting with top gainers. Today's top gainers is Sriram Finance. In Sriram Finance, 1 hour time frame, we can see that let's better analyze it at 15 minutes time frame. Then we will have uh, greater price action to analyze. Initially, it went up. Then there was a consolidation. During the afternoon, there was a slight rally, and towards the end, it found greater selling pressure, due to which it went range bound towards the end. The second top gainer equity is TCS. As I had mentioned, oh, it is 3% up. I had seen just at 2%. In TCS, we can see it is a one-way rally, no pullback, nothing. Apart from few small red candles, all candles are green going up. Also, it closed at the highest point of the day, reaching near 3000 level. Now, the third gainer is Apollo Hospital. Apollo Hospital, it opened gap up of around 2%. After that, it moved up slightly. Towards the end, we can see there is forming a bigger red candles as compared to green candles. That means now it is at the top levels. People are selling Apollo Hospital. Next is again a top gainer from Tech Mahindra IT sector. That is Tech Mahindra. It is around quarter to 3% up. Then we have Axis Bank. Axis Bank is 2.5% up. However, towards the end, it also found selling pressure. Now let's see some of the top losers. The top losers is Tata Steel. Uh, Previous day there was a strong rally, and today all that rally was wiped out, and closed at lowest in the lower part of the day. Then we have Adani Ports that comes in the top losers. It came down by 1.3%. Then we have IndusInd Bank that was 1% down, though initially it was up in the uh, only after only in the initial candles it was up. After that all the gain was wiped off and it closed at the lowest part of the day. Then our top losers is Power Grid, which is 1% down. It faced selling pressure from the starting itself. Only in the afternoon there was a slight recovery. However, even after this recovery, prices remained below the halfway of initial candles. And the fifth top loser is Eicher Motors. Eicher Motors, even being an auto sector equity, it faced selling pressure. It came down in the initial candle, then there was a V-shaped recovery, and after that, that V-shaped recovery was totally sold off to bring prices to the lowest part of the day where it closed. That was all of the today's market analysis. Now let's look into some of the equities we had taken demo trades in. First one is Adani Enterprises. We had went long, however, today price action is totally opposite to our analysis. It came down in the initial candles and for the whole day it traded in the lower part of the initial candle. Our next demo trade was inside Adani Ports. We had went long. This is quite contrary because Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports have similar price action. Since we had went long, we should have went long in since we went long in enterprises, we should have went long in ports also. So this is somewhat negligence from my side while taking this demo trade. In Apollo Hospital, though we had went short, today's price action was totally against us. Though it hit our stop loss, I had mentioned that if it hits our stop loss, I will move my stop loss somewhere above so that we can match our entry. Because yesterday our entry was very much early, as I had also mentioned in yesterday's video. Our next demo trade was in Asian Paints, and today it did not even reach our entry price. Our entry, we had assumed it to be somewhere near 2370, but today's price action was all the way down 2370 levels. I guess it is consolidating at the lower part, and someday later it will break out. In Axis Bank, we had went short against my will. However, our stop loss was hit, and we can say that Axis Bank is long now. I should have went long yesterday itself. That was all about today's report. Please like this video and subscribe the channel to get notifications of latest videos. Bye bye traders. See you in the next report. Adios amigo. Powering off.